Good afternoon, everybody. John Ward, Director of Emergency Management here at Unified Command, responding to COVID-19 with our partners at the Department of Health and all our other partners. We wanted to go ahead and reach out to everybody this afternoon and discuss the Executive Order 2091 that went into effect at 12:01 this morning that the governor placed out. 2091 is called the Safer at Home Executive Order, and we just kind of wanted to discuss that a little bit. I know we've got a little bit that it was mandating everybody to stay at home, that type of thing. We kind of just wanted to give some clarity on that. There's not going to be any military checkpoints. There's not going to be any sheriff's office checkpoints checking people. What we're asking people to do is to really to help us stop the spread and stay at home if it's not needed. What the 2091 does mandate is anyone 65 or older with underlying medical conditions stay at home. And this is going to cause us that we need to reach out to our neighbors, our elderly neighbors, those type things. We need to reach out to them and check on them and make sure they're getting the groceries and the commodities they need. The other thing it mentions is that it's limited movement for essential services only. So even us, unless we need to go to the grocery store, unless we need to go to the doctor's office, or if we're going to a park or we're going for a purpose, is to not gather in large groups, but really just kind of limit our movement. And then the other big thing that it spoke of is it spoke of the non-essential businesses much closed. Now we're placing a link to a document that I reviewed Wednesday evening after it was placed out on, and really highlighted things that would impact our area. There's a lot of businesses that are exempt from this. The majority of the businesses that are considered non-essential that we've found, and I'm sure there's going to be others that are out there, but it's like pawn shops, hair salons, nail salons, jewelry stores, those type things are the things that are being asked to close. If you look in that document, you're going to find that the majority of the services that we need day in and day out are there, and we can go to them and leave as long as there's not large groups that are gathering in them. And again, physical distancing. We're hearing a lot about social distancing. We tried changing that to physical distancing. Unless it's your immediate family members that are in your house, if you're outside of your house, you need to have that minimum space of 6 feet or more, whether you're at a grocery store, whether you're at a park, or no matter where you're at, it's keeping that 6 foot distancing between ourselves. Groups of 10 or more. That's another thing it mandates, is it discusses no events of groups of 10 or more out in our community. And again, no matter what that is, no groups of 10 or more. We still have our parks open. Our parks are open because we have a lot of beautiful trails. We have a lot of beautiful green spaces to get out and see. I hope I'm wrong, but this is potentially going to be a 6 to 8 week operation, if not longer. So decisions we're making now are going to be the same 6 to 8 weeks from now. So there's no way we could stay cooped up in our homes for 6 to 8 weeks. So we want to give things for our residents to get out and do. Go see our parks, go boating, those type things. Just stay away from the large groups and then keep your distance. Our boat ramps are open also. Again, asking you to put your boat in, and then when you're out in the water, FWC has a 50-foot space between boats. And I'm told FWC is very much been enforcing this in the river and Doctors Lake and along Black Creek. So this is we really need to discourage all our large group gatherings like at Redneck Beach, Powerline Beach, and South Prong Beach. We've really got to stay those boats that are tied up together. We've really got to distance that. Churches are another thing. We've had a lot of conversations with our church partners this week. And again, it's discouraging that gathering inside of 10 or more. And it seems like a lot of our churches are either going to more of an online service or what I'm going to call the old drive-in movie theater style service, a drive-up service, where the cars are staying in the parking lot. They're using an FM transceiver, and they're doing their church service over that. As long as people are staying in the cars, they're not physically gathering, and then they're not using the same type of service or the same facilities inside the building. So as long as they're staying in the parking lot and they're physically distancing, that is perfectly fine to do our churches. The other thing we've spoke to is our retailers. We've got a lot of retailers that are staying open. Obviously, we still need to go to the store and get our commodities. but it's keeping that physical distance at the stores. And a lot of our stores are working very aggressively to either limit people, the number of people in, or to limit the spacing in the signs, or in the lines, my apologies, which is what we're looking to do in this. So what I'd like to do is in this and I should have mentioned this at the beginning, is we need anybody to, if you have any questions on this, please post them. And what we're going to do is we're going to return at 4:30 live and answer these questions, give you an opportunity to put your questions out there. We've had a lot of unique questions, such as, court hearings and court orders and stuff like that. We're really pushing those back to the clerk of the court. But any questions you have, please feel free to post them. We will gather these over the next 45 minutes, and we will return at 4:30 and go live to answer these questions. And again, at all times, if you want to call our call center, Monday through Sunday, 8 to 5 at 1-877-252-9362. But again, the Governor's Executive Order 2091, there's not going to be any military checkpoints. We've had a lot of questions on that, and there's no magic letter that you need to get through stuff. As long as if you're an essential service, you're an essential business, the majority of us have an ID or a driver's license, and it's just having the ability to be able to explain this. There's no letter that you need to get through, and you can cross county lines. There's nothing preventing you from crossing county lines if I've got to go to work or I've got to go to that essential service across that. So with that being said, I'd like to thank you all. We're going to return at 4:30. Please feel free to post your questions on here. But again, look at that link, read that document. It's about a 32-page document with a multitude of different attachments, but there is a lot of exemptions that are in there on businesses. So that should help us answer any of the questions you have. Clay County, thank you.